Ooh. Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Shane and thanks for tuning in. It is icy, windy, cold, all of the above outside, and I'm staying home. I'm working from home today. I've got my fat pants on. I've got all things that are good here. And so I'm home today. If you read the description below, yes, a week ago I started veganism. And with this video, I'm going to talk about the pros and cons, as well as talk about the week that I had and how that went for me. And so, how this whole veganism started. My wife had been a vegan for a little bit over a month, and she's like, I'm just going to do this first start off as a health thing, and then it became an ethical thing. And she's like, I'm just not eating animals. I feel better. I sleep better. You got to look up the facts. You got to look up the facts. And I thought it was really cool, and I didn't want to look up the facts. But she's like, don't do it if your heart's not into it. So I thought, okay, well, I'm just going to eat vegan food. And on January 1st, I started to do vegan. And so, the week has been a really interesting week. Some really cool things happened. I had to, of course, make some sacrifices and, of course, try new things. And it was really, really cool. And so I'm going to talk about those today, as well as the pros and cons of, so far, what I've experienced. And, yeah. So, starting off Monday, I said if we're going to start this whole veganism thing, and if I'm going to do it, let's do it right. Let's go eat Chinese. And typically, when I go to a Chinese restaurant, I get the General Tso's chicken, or the Tso's chicken, but it's what it's spelled. The General Tso's chicken, the sesame chicken, the black pepper chicken, all these different chickens. And I didn't get that this time. I had a plate, and it just nothing had vegetables and rice on it, and it looked so empty. And I sat down at my table, and Barb looked at me, and she said, you can go get meat if I want to. And I said no. I said no to the meat devil. And I had 2 plates of veggies and rice, and it was, actually not that bad. So, something else we did, we went to Taco Bell at least like 3 or 4 times, I think. I know. But Taco Bell has like several vegan options, and those are really good. You can subtract beef for bean, you can get no sour cream, no cheese, and still get all the right stuff, and it's still really good. Just burped, sorry. And so, but yeah, so we went to Taco Bell, we went to Chinese, and it was still, it was still pretty good. I was never unsatisfied with my meals. All the meals that I had, including going out, and including the ones that we made here. Last week we made fried zucchini, we have an air fryer, we made steak fries, and so none of the meals that I had were unsatisfied. I wasn't not hungry. I didn't feel empty after I ate them. I didn't really miss meat at all. I think on Thursday I did have a meat craving. We passed by an Applebee's and I thought, oh, ribs sound so good, and my stomach growled. And that was really the only meat craving that I had. Everything else, I didn't really miss meat. I was still fine. So anyway, I was doing really good. We did watch, What the Health on Netflix last night, and that documentary film changed my mind about a lot of different things that we eat and about what's going inside of our bodies. And it's crazy what you can consume and how dangerous it is for you. And yeah, so I'm just like, I'm so glad I'm on this vegan thing now. I'm just not doing it. So I'm not harming my body. I know that, that no animals are in the harm of me eating my food. And so, yeah, so, it's just been this new lifestyle, which is really weird what to call that, but that's, it is what it is. What's been really cool is that I get to meet people. I've had conversations like today on Facebook. I had conversations with some people that there was some different recipes that they tried. We talked about some different other things, and it was actually really cool. I got to connect with people that I didn't realize that were on the same kick. You know what I'm saying? They had the same experiences or whatever, and it was really cool to get to do that. So that's been a really cool thing. The pros and cons of this week, so far what I experienced. The pros, I feel better. I feel healthier. I've slept better, except for that one day where I took a nap and it completely threw off my sleeping schedule. Besides that, I felt better. I feel healthier. And it's been really, really cool. I've already lost a couple of pounds, which has been really great. Last year, starting 2017, I was gonna lose a few pounds because I was 272 pounds, which is the heaviest that I've ever been. And I'm like a pound away from my 20-pound benchmark. I'm about a pound away. I know, I've been really lazy. I started off great and then just maintained a weight, and now I'm about almost 20 pounds down. I'm like a pound away, and then I'm just gonna continue to lose weight from there. So that's pretty exciting. I don't know if that's helped at all, but I'm sure it has. not having to buy meat. So, another pro is that groceries are not that expensive. We don't have to buy meat. That's half the price. There's no chicken, there's no beef, there's no fish in our freezer. So it's been really, that's been the cheap part about it. Something else that I've noticed is so during the summer I had some stress things on my heart, like it would skip a beat or whatever. And I noticed that this week, there wasn't any skips. There wasn't any palpitations, anything like that. And it didn't happen all this way. It happens sometimes off and on, but this week it didn't happen once, which was really cool. It's only been a week of doing this, but I've noticed that last night, and I thought that was really, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. The cons. Now, there's not a whole lot of cons. There's only a couple, but now, I did say that, groceries are not that expensive. However, what you buy vegan-like, can get a little expensive. You have to be a little weary about what you buy and what products you're looking for, what type of vegan companies. Like, some other things, like they're not fully vegan, they're just vegetarian, so you got to look for those sorts of things. So things can get a little pricey, but you could still live on a budget and still be vegan. I think there was like a website we found, like plantbasedonabudget.com, I think is what the website is, and it can show you how to live on a budget while still being vegan, so that's pretty cool. The only con, I think that's it. Yeah. So that's the only con, you had to be a little wary about what you buy. All the rest of the pros, they trump the cons. And it's, so it's been, I feel great. I really do. I feel better. I feel healthier. I sleep better. And it's been really cool. I do, if I'm gonna, for a little, to be honest, I do miss cheeseburgers. I miss McDonald's cheeseburgers. Because, when I go to school, there's like a McDonald's right up the street. I could just walk there and get a cheeseburger. But, I think about what's inside of them and how they're made. And I'm like, that's okay. No thanks. I don't want to do that anymore. And so yeah, that's really about it. What I do with this is, with this whole veganism, is that I'm not hurtful. I don't want to be hurtful. I don't want to be those mean extremists, be like, how dare you eat meat? I don't want to be that kind of guy. Nobody likes those kind of people. And I think with whatever you do in life, whether it's teaching, preaching, or work guy, whatever you do in life, don't be hurtful. Don't be harmful to people. Don't shame them for things that they do or don't do. And I think we can still show, good. I think we can still do that. So I'm not mean to people who eat meat. I'm not an extremist. I'm not. I'll joke about it. I might joke about it, but I'm not. I don't want to be a bad guy about it. I'm still continuing with, normal life, just eating vegan. Just eating veggies instead of meat. I did question whether it was okay to be a Christian and still be a vegan. I didn't see anything wrong with it, but I just, for retrospect, I still wanted to see if there was any questions about it or anything. And honestly, I think it's sort of better. There's no biblical evidence for me to say that veganism is better than eating meat, but you can still do some good either way. So yeah, that's it. I'm vegan, and it's been really, really cool. I'm gonna continue doing this, probably still talk about it, and show you what life has been like for me. So anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to submit those questions. In the last video, I posted that you can submit questions for us to do like an Ask Shane segment, and I really want to do that. Whether your questions are funny, whether they're genuine, whether they're just goofing off or whatever, ask me questions and I'll try to answer them the best I can. Just be appropriate. Don't be hurtful to people. Don't be harmful. So anyway, you'll find me at the same place, same face, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.